The distribution channels are the resources through which the movements of products take place until they reach the final customer. What are the distribution channels? They are the means through which a manufacturing company chooses to deliver its product to the final customer, ensuring that it's as profitable and efficient as possible. The distribution channels are made up of service providers that research the market, promote products, and negotiate with potential customers or prices, delivery methods, and inventories or amount of product they need. There are three important factors participate in a distribution channel. First, the producers, second, the wholesalers, and finally, the retailers. What is the importance of distribution channels? The importance of distribution channels lies mainly in the fact that through a third person, it's possible for the product to reach a greater number of customers and therefore its sales to grow. Producers generally don't have their own distribution network, which why they work with a third company that usually has extensive commercial context and geographically has a greater scope. Through distribution channels, a production company achieves important objectives to locate its merchandise in the right place for the customer's reach in the shortest possible time. What distribution channels exist? We have the direct channel and the indirect channel. Direct channel. It's a working unit that belongs to the same production company, and it's they who are directly in charge of getting the merchandise to the customers. Indirect channel. They are third persons companies that are responsible for providing this service. These types of distribution divide the work according to the cost, prices, the type of market, and the way to market the product. The same reasons define which channels are. Could be double, long, short, double. There are three distributing agents: the wholesaler, a retailer, and an exclusive distributor who also participate in the marketing of the product. Long. In this case, there are only two agents. The merchandise goes directly from the wholesaler distributor to the retailer, and this finally delivers to the customers. This distribution chain is generally applied in small shops. Short. It is the distribution format in which the product goes directly from the manufacturer to the retailer, and this takes it to the final destination. Companies like Amazon apply this distribution process. Supply chain. A supply chain is the set of activities, facilities, and means of distribution necessary to carry out the entire sales process of a product. This is from the search of raw materials, their subsequent transformation, and the manufacture, transport, and delivery to the final customers. In other words, the supply chain is a strategic and logistical function that involves all the operations that are essential for a merchandise to reach the end customers in optimal conditions. For example, the supply chain of an apple produced in Spain that's sold in the local market. In this case, it includes the following activities: the purchase and sale of the seeds, fertilizers, and tool and other inputs necessary for the apple plantation. As a second step, there is the collection and packaging of the apples for sale to supermarkets. Then comes the transport of the apples to the points of sales. Could be supermarkets or warehouse. The direct sale of apples to the final customers, which also include billings process and after-sale services. What is the supply chain objective? The main objective of the supply chain is to satisfy the needs of the end customers in the best possible way. The foregoing includes the following purposes: deliver goods and services on time, avoid unnecessary losses, optimize distribution times, proper management of inventory and warehouses, establish adequate communication and coordination channels, cope with unforeseen change in demand, supplies, or other conditions. Here we can find core items like supply, manufacturing, and distribution. Supply refers to the activities necessary to obtain and deliver raw materials for production. Manufacturing it's the process in which raw materials are transformed to obtain a different product or service. And distribution it's responsible for delivering products or services to the final customers through a transport network, commercial premises, and warehouses. Activities in the chain. The supply chain is not always the same. Its form and the activities it includes depend on goods or services that we are analyzing. In some situations, certain production, purchase, or distribution operation will be required, but sometimes only some of these processes will be required. In any case, regardless of the specific form of the supply chain, there are certain activities that are common and necessary to optimize the bottom line, and they are planning, stock management, processing of purchase orders, transfer and dispatch, monitoring and control of unforeseen events, customer service, administration of warranties, and payment processing.